Welcome everyone. Welcome. How's everyone doing? I hope I'm audible, guys. Welcome to another session, and this is Raahil Mullick once again. And today we are going to do something very interesting. It's my first time doing it as well. So we're going to do a wrong move analysis session. So basically, I'll be showing you some games, all of my own actually. So all the games are mine, and I'll be showing you the games where I have made a wrong move, and why did I make that wrong move, and why was it a bad move. So let more people join. Welcome Piyush, welcome Ayush. Hi Kavyan, I see you were the first person to join. Welcome. For everyone who's just joining now, welcome to the stream. We are going to do a wrong move analysis session today. And I'm going to show you some games where I made a wrong move. So it's going to be interesting to see, to learn from my mistakes. So, okay, we're going to start in some time. Let more people join. Guys, before we start this video, please do like it. If you do that, then more people will be able to see this video, and hopefully they will join. So please do like the stream, guys, before we start. Hello Ashish, hello, welcome. Okay, I think let us begin with today's first game then. The first game that I have in mind and I am wanting to show you is my game against very strong international master named Vokhidov. So Vokhidov Shamshiddin, I have a feeling he's from Uzbekistan. Well, I played him in the Sharjah Masters of 2019, and I was having a very good position throughout the game. But suddenly I made a few mistakes, and it cost me, and I lost in the end. So let's see how exactly I made a mistake and where I could have improved. So let us begin. I'm with the white pieces against Vokhidov. So I start with e4 after c5, knight f3, d6. So as you can see, this is the general normal Sicilian. d4, cd4, knight d4, knight f6, standard development as most of you probably know. So knight f6, knight c3. Now he played a very interesting move, and I'm not really sure what he's doing with this, but Vokhidov played the move bishop d7, and I'm not sure actually, like I don't know how and why this move was played by Vokhidov, but well, I guess it's a sideline. It's not very popular, it's a sideline. So bishop d7, I played the move bishop g5, and the game continued after e6, queen d2, a6, and here I played castle long. So I'm just castling long, opening my, having a rook open, and well, I can go for f4 next probably. Ayush is asking which chess software. Well, Ayush, I'm using Chess-Base 15. And of course, I'm streaming on behalf of Unacademy Chess India's channel. Okay, so, well, after castle, Vokhidov played h6. So as you can see, he's attacking my bishop, and I just went bishop h4, safeguarding my bishop. And here, Vokhidov played a very interesting move. So what do you think, guys? What do you think Black played here? What do you think my opponent played? Maybe I can flip the board for you guys. What do you think Black played here? Any ideas? Any ideas, guys? Is Black to play? Vokhidov played actually a very great move. So it's your task to find out what was that move. Some people are saying G5. Yash, Arun, and Ayush G5. Pretty interesting, guys. Well, all I can say is that G5 is a good move, but there's something much better actually for black. After G5, probably Bishop G3, and I guess you'll play Knight H5 trying to attack this bishop, but just Bishop E2. And after some exchanges, I assume this is what you're trying to do. I don't think there's any problem with White's position. White has a pretty solid position, so I think White is doing pretty well. So, I guess, yeah, it's possible, but not good. Not the best. Anyways, there's something better, guys. Yeah, that's correct. I see some people are saying it now. Knight e4, well, yeah, that's correct. Knight e4 is the correct move. Knight takes this pawn. A beautiful tactic, attacking the queen on d2. And at the same time, opening this pin. So we're allowing White to capture this bishop. But after that, knight into d2 is coming. And black is having a good position. So yeah, this is not really what White would want. And in this position, I played the move queen f4. So this is also something that I guess it's the only move left for White, because bishop d8, as you know, queen knight into d2 was there. So queen f4. My idea is to attack this queen and at the same time attack the knight. So my opponent played knight g5. Pretty natural. Everything looks pretty straightforward. So I went queen e3 now, and bishop e7. Then I went f4. So, you know, as you can see, I'm trying to open this bishop diagonal. Maybe create some further threats of f5, possibly. So my opponent played knight f7. Some exchanges took place, and now I went for the move g4. So, you know, as you can see, I'm trying to create some counterplay, and well, I thought it's a good move, so I played it. Knight c6 now was played, and I played bishop g2. So just developing my pieces calmly and smoothly. So now Walkie Dog actually played a very interesting move. I guess it's pretty natural after you think about it, but at first sight I didn't really like it. So he played castle long. I see one question from Anirudh. What if knight e4, bishop d8, knight d2, and bishop h4? Don't you lose a piece there? Okay, I assume it's in a previous position. Here, Anirudh? Is it here? I don't think so. The bishop is hanging in this case. Where exactly are you saying this variation? Okay, I guess you meant somewhere else. Anyways, let's continue with the game. Oh, the tactic. Okay. That was a lot of time before. Yeah, knight e4. Here you're saying bishop d8, knight d2, bishop h4. Very good question, Anirudh. Very good question. I glad that you asked. Just knight into f1 now. We are changing the knight, and after rook f1. Well, we have double bishops, as you probably can see, and we have one extra pawn. We have 5 pawns here and 2 pawns here, whereas White just has 6 pawns in total. So, well, we are a pawn up, and with the double bishops, we have a pretty good advantage. So, well, this is not really good for White. So let's go back to the game. Yeah, bishop e7, f4. Yeah, we saw all this, and we were at this position where my opponent played a castle long, and I thought that this is a very interesting move because, well, your queen side is a bit weak and you're castling on the queen side, so it doesn't really make sense. But I guess he doesn't have any other option because castle short is not safe at all because of the attacking prospects that White has. So, well, castle long. Let us see what happened. I played the move rook at g1, simply developing my pieces with the idea of knight f5, possibly knight d5 is an option, f5 is possible. Many ideas are there. Knight f6 now, and I went I went with a really nice move, I think. It's not objectively correct, I think, but it's practically, from a practical standpoint, I like it a lot. So take your time, guys. Think about it. What do you think? What do you think I played? Okay, Avyaya is saying knight f5. Interesting, Avyaya. Well, it is an option, but it's not what I played in the game. So think again. It's a good option, but good option. Not exactly the move I played. I would probably say it's in the top 3 moves. I would say, but the move I played in the game is practically I really like it. So if you see this game later and you play the move that I played in the game, it might not show as a good move by the engine, but practically I really think that black is going to have a tough time after what I played. Arun is saying g5. Interesting, Arun. Well, I think this is also a good option. Probably just after knight f5. Knight f5 is slightly better than g5. But, well, I did not play this in the game actually. It's neither f5, Ayush. F5 is also a very interesting alternative because you're attacking the e6 pawn. But, well, in exchange, you're hanging the g4 pawn. So knight into g4 is coming. And I don't know actually because not really sure if it's working out for white. I don't think it's that clear. So not f5, guys, not f5. Hello Anshit, nice to see you once again. Welcome to the YouTube stream. Welcome. Guys, please keep liking the video. We have 23 people watching, 24 now, and just 21 likes. Come on, guys. Everyone, please do like the video. Mobile will be able to join us then. Okay. So, anyways, I think that let us move forward with what I played because I don't think it's that natural to play this. I thought for like a long time, 15 minutes, and then I played. I played the move knight b5. And, well, is it surprising? I guess it is because, well, we're giving away knight, right? So we have to be careful. And I bet if you put this on your engine, not now, later, it will say that it's a bad move. But in reality, I don't think it's a bad move because practically black doesn't know what to do. So knight b5, I'm giving a sacrifice. And the point is, after a b5, I just take knight b5, which is what I did. Yeah, it looks surprising, right? It's shocking, but practically I really like it. Come on, we are attacking this d6 pawn. What can black do? I mean, he has some options. For example, d5, I have queen b6, and now queen c7 is a deadly threat. What does black do now? Bishop e8 is probably forced to defend the c7 square. But now I have many other options like rook d3, rook a3. Even this rook can come sometimes. c4 is an option. I always have knight a7 check option sometimes. And in general, I think black is a piece up, but for a lot of compensation. White has immense amount of compensation. So, well, it looks pretty nice for white. So, well, let's see what happened in the game. d5 wasn't played actually by Wokidov. He played bishop e8. And, you know, it's kind of still doing the same thing, defending the d6 pawn. So I went queen b6. And after d5, it transposed to the game. So it's a transposition. And as I was saying before, rook d3 is an idea. And rook e3 as well is also possible. So I went rook e3 instead of rook d3. Because I thought rook d3 is putting some pressure on the d file. So, well, it's better than rook d3. So I played rook e3 and my opponent played king b8. So after king b8, I went for the move rook a3, and here what my idea is probably to play knight a7 and exchange a few pieces, give a checkmate, and now you can see the power of this knight sacrifice. It looks overwhelming, right? It looks so strong, extremely strong. And after rook a3, my opponent went rook c8, and here I played the move, very interesting move. I played rook a7, and it looks crazy because I don't even know what I was thinking about. I guess it's just a trap. If knight takes, then queen takes is a checkmate. But otherwise, I'm putting pressure on b7. Maybe I can bring the other rook someday. I mean, it looks deadly for white. The attack is just too strong. It's overpowered, as people say. OP, yeah. It's OP. It's really strong. So rook a7. I guess Bokhidov has only one option. What do you think should be played, guys? I guess there's only one move that holds the game. So take your time. It's black to play. How do you think my opponent played? Because there's only one move that black can play to hold the game. I see some people are saying there's some lag. Is it that bad? If it is, then I'll try to fix it. Otherwise, is it a huge lag or is it just a small glitch? Then it'll be back soon, I guess. Okay. Well, if it's not that big, not that huge of a lag, then okay, great. If it's not that bad, then we'll continue. Maybe some minor glitch, but it should be back. Okay. Anyways, I hope you'll find the move. You all found the move. What do you think it is? Yeah, I think Arun said the move. It is rook c7. Well done, Arun. Rook c7 is the correct move. And it's a brilliant one, I can say. Or that's all I can say. Rook c7 is just brilliant. I mean, you're sacrificing a rook. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's the only move because rook d3 is a very strong threat in this position. So, well, rook c7. Now I played. I made a very interesting decision, and I think my decision was not correct. I played the move rook a8, rook a4. I mean, not rook a8, and so what I'm trying to do now is just capture this knight, capture the rook, and for example, if black probably just enters a null move, then I can just take, and if queen takes, rook a8 check followed by queen into c7 is winning the game. So this is winning the game, guys, and so black cannot do this, and after rook a4 he has to do something. So my opponent played rook c8, Bokhidov, and here again I went rook a7. So I could have well repeated after rook c7. I could have gone rook a4, and it would have been a draw. But I chose to lengthen the game, and I played knight c7. So this was personally what I feel a slight mistake from me, because well, I think in this position it looks really good for white, but I don't think it's winning. It's not winning. It's equalish. So I could have gone rook a4 and drawn the game with the 2500 player, and it would have been a good result for the game. So well, I didn't do that. I played knight c7, and this was I think a practical mistake. Although this is probably still equal objectively, practically it's now not good for white. So my opponent played knight a7. I went knight a6 check, and now Bokhidov, he played the move king c8. And in fact, this is actually one more mistake by my opponent. King a8 should have been played by him, and now knight c7 check, king b8, knight a6 check, king a8 is going to be a perpetual check. And well, perpetual check is a very interesting idea that draws the game. So this would have been a draw, but Wokidov chose to play king c8, and this is in fact a checkmate, because not a checkmate but a mistake because after king c8, queen into a7, which was played by me. Now the point is that black cannot take the knight, because if he does, queen into e7 is there. So b6 is not possible. So queen a7, queen d6 was played by Wokidov. Now I give a check, king d7, queen b7, and it looks like white is in a good position. It looks like I'm doing pretty well. But right now I had some time issues. I had time disadvantage. I was running low on time, so I couldn't think of the correct moves very quickly. So queen b7, king d8, and the move I chose to play here was rook d4. So as you can see, white is having a pretty strong structure, and I have a feeling that white is better. But yeah, as you know already, because of the time advantage, the game deteriorated from now. So now bishop d7 was played. I went knight b4. I thought maybe I can bring knight d3 and strengthen my structure. King e7 was played, and here I made a slight mistake. I played the move queen a7, and well, it's not really needed. I think this move. I think my worry was that knight d3, rook b8 is coming, or even knight into g4 for that matter. So I didn't really like this because I'm losing some pawns here. So I went queen a7, and my idea was that after knight g4, I have a very nice tactic. So guys, can you think of this tactic? Very beautiful tactic. Knight g4 is actually a wrong move, and as the title says, we are doing wrong move analysis. So we're going to analyze this position, guys. Take your time. Why do you think knight g4 is the wrong move? Okay, I see that my first move for this position, f5 is being said by Devil Boxer. Interesting name. f5. Well, f5 is a good move, but it's not winning. And the move that is possible in the game is actually winning. It's not f5. Any other ideas, guys? Okay, I see Anuran Kostaba saying bishop d5. Very interesting. Anyone else has any ideas, or should I move on with the solution? Okay, come on. Let me wait for 2 more people to give their answers, and then we'll continue. Yeah, that's correct, guys. Bishop into d5 is correct. You are absolutely right about this. Bishop d5 is correct because we're sacrificing a bishop for a very good purpose. After e d5, which is probably what black will try to play, knight d5 check will come. Now if king f8, which is probably the only move there, I think king e6 will face knight c7 check, king e7, and rook d6. So black will lose his queen, obviously. So not king e6. For the same reason, king e8 is also a blunder because of knight c7. And as king d8 as well is also losing because of probably just queen a5 check. And the point is, next move is there's going to be a discovered check, and white is winning the queen. So this is also losing. So the only move left is king f8, and now white has another pretty strong move, I think, and it is knight c7. So very strong move with the idea of queen d4, queen into d4. So the rook is supported, of course, and black cannot do much because now this knight is so powerful. The rook is open. The queen can contribute to the attack. Well, it's all good. It's all working for white. So yeah, this is deadly for black. This is not correct. So yeah, as you can see, bishop d5 turned out to be a very strong move. So well done, guys. Well done. Okay. Anyways, let us move on then. However, knight g4 wasn't played in the game by my opponent. Since I saw this and I did queen a7, so g5 was played instead. And I really like this move g5. It's a nice move, strengthening the structure. So I went queen a3, and this was decent move, I guess. Not good, not bad. Gf4 and king b1. So I'm just going to try to safeguard my king. That's what I thought. Rook b8, and now you can see the problem that I have made for myself, because now this pin is very hard to get rid of. Knight g4 is falling. I don't know. E5 is completely dead. Deadly threat. I don't know what I'm doing. It's completely dead. Queen e5, queen e1 is a possibility. It looks horrible. So yeah, now it's kind of deteriorating the game. I think Soham, it must be some temporarily glitch. Now it should be back, hopefully. Is it back? I think my internet is a bit shaky today, but I think we'll just have to we just have to deal with it. Really sorry for this, but yeah, let's continue anyways. Rook b8, only thing I could think of is playing rook into f4. So, giving a sacrifice. The point is after queen f4, knight c6 is winning because it's a double check, forcing king e8, and queen e7 is now checkmate. So, this is the checkmate. So, queen f4 is not possible over here. So, instead, knight e4 can be played and was played by my opponent. And now, it's just horrible. I played c3 and my opponent played very nice move here. By the way, still queen f4, knight d5 is coming. So white is still winning in this variation. So, well, my opponent played the move knight into c3 check. Omkar, actually, you're asking why didn't I play the Samarana Invitational? And of course, if bc3, then queen into f4 as well. Because now this knight is pinned. Knight into d5 is not coming anymore, and that's very important actually. Since knight d5 is not coming, this whole variation is working, and that's important. So, well, I played king c2, knight e4 followed, and now you can see the game is already finished. Queen a3, queen exchange happened, bishop a4 check. I moved my king back, and after a few checks here and there, the game ended. So, well, yeah, this was the end. I resigned in this position, and a very unfortunate game for me, because the whole game I was commanding. I had sacrificed my pieces in the beginning, but then well, it turned out bad, and that's really important to learn from this. That is that if given a chance at times, you should take the chance. You should. And if I hadn't taken the draw in this position, which is what I did, if I had taken the draw instead, let me just take you to that position. Over here, if I had taken that draw after rook a4, the game would have ended in a draw, and it would be the best result for both sides. Because as we saw, knight c7 led to a sad result, a bad result. Anyways, every game has something to learn from. So that's what I took back from this loss. Devil Box is asking, what rating was I at that time? Well, I was rated 2275. So I was just reaching 2300 rating. It was about a year and a half ago. So yeah, it was time pressure, and that's what cost me. It was all because of time pressure that I lost. So yeah, lot to learn from this game, and I hope you all will also reflect from this and learn a bit. So, well, let us move on then. I would like to show you one more game, very nicely. Okay, let us move on. here we go. Okay, so well, I'm deciding which game I should show you. I have two more games prepared, but I think we just have time for one more. Which one do you want to see, guys? Do you want to see a game against Gukesh? I'm sure you know Gukesh. Gukesh D, Grandmaster, very strong player. India's one of the youngest Grandmaster. But yeah, well, I have one game against him. So let me show you that. It was a pretty nice game. Okay, so I was with the white pieces in this game. It was way back in 2018, 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, in the Sunway Sitges International Festival, and I was playing against Gukesh. So I was about 2200 rated, 2276 to be precise, and yeah, this was a very sad game once again, because the whole game I was playing pretty well, but then suddenly one wrong move, or maybe two, and the game went out of my hands. So let's start with the game then. I was with the white pieces. I started with e4, c5, Sicilian, once again, knight f3, d6, d4 was played by me now, cd4, knight d4, knight f6, knight c3, oops, not c3, I meant knight c3. Well, after knight c3 here, a6 was played by Gukesh. So it's the typical knight off that everyone loves. Bishop e3 now. And after e6, f3 was played. I played f3. I'm trying to play very solid, my normal structure. Bishop e3, f3, queen d2, castle long, and the general pawn advance on the king side. But it turned out bad now, because f3, b5 was played, and I think the opening, oops, not knight b5, of course, not knight b5, queen d2 I played, and but it's a pretty different opening, e6 and b5 immediately. It's kind of transposed to the Shevin engine, but well, let's see how the game continued. So knight b7 was played. I went for g4. So I'm developing my pieces on the king side. Pankaj, I am white, and Gukesh is black. So now Gukesh with the black pieces, he played h6. So he's trying to stop my g5 plan, I guess. Anuj is asking any tips. Okay. Hey Anuj, thank you for asking that doubt. Beating the knight off, yeah. Well, knight off is really solid opening and pretty tactical. I guess to beat tactics, you need a combination of positional and tactics. That's what I feel. So yeah, play something more kind of solid. Don't go for too much attack. If you want to, you can, but generally I would say play a positional and attacking at the same time. Try to control the d5 square if you can. That'll be amazing. So yeah, that's one good thing to do. Anyways, let us move on with the game. h6. I played castle long. So just castling my pieces. And yeah, let's see what happens now. Guys, please keep liking the stream. If you do, then more people will be able to join us. So please do that. Anyways, castle long. b4 now was played. And knight a4. So yeah, this is pretty normal, I would say, because my knight is trying to aim towards b6 and possibly knight c6 or knight b3, and the bishop will control b6 as well. It's that has some ideas. So knight e5 was played, and here I realized that I had made a slight mistake, because knight a4 looked good, but in fact it was not the best, because now bishop d7 threat was pretty huge, and now a4 is hanging, so it's going to be a big problem, right? So yeah, it's going to be a problem, and that's why I played the move b3, and I think this made things a bit worse, but I couldn't think of anything else. Defend the knight is the only thing I could think of. So bishop d7, knight b2, and here Gukesh played the move d5. A very strong counter in the center, a very strong one. The point is that after d5, bishop f4 was played by me, and oh well, what does black do now? He can move his knight. A few options are knight c6, knight g6, which was played in the game, and yeah, that's about it. So knight g6 was played by Gukesh, and as you can see, probably he's attacking my bishop. So I have to move it because I need to safeguard my bishop. Otherwise, this bishop, if I lose my bishop, then the dark squares all around the king are going to be deadly, and it's going to be horrible. So, well, I had to save my bishop, which I didn't, of course. I made a mistake. I made the move e5. So after all that saying, I have to defend my bishop, in the end, I played e5, which was really bad decision. I think it makes sense, kind of, because all my other pawns are weakened, and ideally, I would not like to give up my bishop, but I kind of had to in this position. So I played e5. Pankaj is asking how to not let your opponent play attacking games. I think the only way to stop attack is to attack yourself. So if you don't want to let your opponent attack, then you attack, and he will have to defend. Then I guess that's the only thing I can think of now. If you want to stop your opponent from attacking, the best way to do that would be to attack yourself, right? So e5, knight f4. Let's continue with the game. Knight f4, queen f4, knight g8, and I just went knight d3. So now actually I was pretty satisfied with my position, even though I lost my bishop because of my two knights. Very stable here. It looked pretty nice, but then queen g5 came, and I was forced to exchange my queens, and it happened after queen d2, king d2. I think white has a pretty nice position, but black with these double bishops is no less either, and he has a very strong potential of winning the game. So yes, Anuj, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. B3 has a few weaknesses. Weakens all these squares here around the king, which is not really ideal. Anyways, king d2, g5 suddenly came from Gukesh. And here I played the move h4. Pretty nice move. I'm trying to break with my pawns, and well, it looked really nice in the game. So all this is going fine. Now Gukesh played bishop g7, and I went rook e1. So he was attacking my pawn. So I defended it, and some of you might have heard about the term overprotection. So overprotection is when we try to protect a piece or generally a pawn more than once, and many times we protect it, overprotect it, so that it's a stable point. And I think it's a good principle. It works out most of the time. So yeah, I use it here. Overprotection, overprotect your strong points. That's good advice. So rook e1, a5 continued, and here I played a pretty interesting move. So what do you think, guys? What do you think I played? And well, why is it a good move? A very good question, Anuj. I'll answer it after you have a thought about this position. What should be played by me? What did I play in the game? I'll definitely answer your question. Just give me a moment. Let me show you the solution for this after some people answer, and then I'll get to your question. Interesting, Arun. Interesting move. Okay, anyone else has any thoughts? In the meantime, Suryansh is asking, how do you become an IM or GM, or how do you get a title? How do you get into FIDE? Okay. Suryansh, so to get a FIDE rating, which is the first step to get into FIDE, you need to play a tournament, over the board tournament, and that's probably going to happen after the coronavirus pandemic gets over. But yeah, once you play a tournament, you need to get half a point against a rated player. I play a total of 5 games, or 9 is it? Yeah, it should be 9. So you play 9 games and get half point out of it against a rated player, and you'll get a FIDE rating. And as to getting a FIDE title, you need to have a certain requirement, which is to cross a certain rating and play a certain number of times, play well a certain number of times to get a title. You get a norm every time you play at a certain rating. So yeah. Okay, I think you guys have thought a lot for this position, and I really like your moves that you're giving. And I think a few people have got it right. One of them is Arun, Suryansh, and Alpha Zero. Alpha Zero has got it right. There's a person in the chat named Alpha Zero. Alpha Zero, you have gotten it right. That's correct. The move is F4. Well done, everyone who found this. I think most of you were saying Knight C5, which is also a really good move. So congrats to you guys as well. Knight C5 is the second best move. Personally, I feel this way. But F4 is the best. I have a feeling. So, well, after F4, what I'm trying to do is trying to get my knight to H5. And that's what happened after knight E7. I played knight F3, forcing Gf4. And after knight F4, now I have the idea of going knight H5 and troubling this this little bishop here. So I'm trying to trouble the bishop and have some fun there. So, well, my opponent played knight C6. I went knight H5. And now you see the problem with for black, or rather the good thing that white did, overprotection. This is the good thing about overprotection, is that in such positions like these ones, you don't have to protect this pawn because it's already overprotected. So you protected it many times, and now you don't need to protect it in the times of crisis. You can just directly go with your attack, and that's the good thing about overprotection. So, well, after knight H5, bishop F8 was played. Since E5 is you can't take E5, it's overprotected. Bishop F8 was played by Gukesh. I think someone has a question. Anuj, I think. Anuj, what is your question? I think it's gone up. Yes. I totally forgot about it. Thanks for reminding. Isn't it better to keep the position closed when opponent has bishop pair? Then why not H4? Okay, let's go back to that position, guys. Just once. See, in this position, you are saying H4 is why do we play H4? Well, yes, you are correct by saying that when we have when we have double bishops, we should try to keep the position open. So when our opponent has the double bishops, we should try to close the position. That's correct. You are correct till there. But it's not necessary that H4 is opening the position. Well, we're trying to activate our rook, firstly, and I mean, it's kind of opening the position, but it's not necessarily doing it by force. I mean, black has to capture, and after you capture, you can see that white has this very superior pawn structure. The opening of the position is justified because of the pawn structure. And that's what I think is the compensation that white gets, that if black takes and opens the position, then white gets a good pawn structure in exchange. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for asking that question. let us move on. Let's move on to where we were in this position. Right. So bishop f8 was just played by Gukesh. So I gave a check here, knight f6 check. Yeah, so knight f6 check. I'm forcing the king to make a decision, and Gukesh went king d8. So I guess this is pretty justifiable. It's a good move. So I went bishop b5. I am creating more threats now. This bishop is under attack. These knights are under pressure, and it's overall pretty nice attack. Yeah, it's a good position for white. The piece placement is really strong. So bishop c5 now was played by Gukesh. I went g5, and by the way, guys, still here, all the way you can see that I think I was the one who's leading the full game, and I was playing pretty nicely until here. But here I made the mistake. Yeah, about here. So what black did now? He played the move knight b8. Gukesh played this move, I guess, to exchange his bishop, and it's kind of horrible now. Knight b8. I played bishop d3 for knight c6. So it's kind of repeating. And over here, I went for the move h5. I did not repeat the moves bishop d3. I did not do any of that. I just played h5 and trying to proceed with my advantage. My knight looks so good here on f6. It looks legendary. And this pawn, when it's going to push, it's going to really show. It's going to really matter. So yeah, after h5, hg5 was played. I just took knight g5. And here Gukesh played bishop e8. Pretty natural move to defend the f7 pawn. But, well, as you know, bishop e8 is a bad move. That's what I just said. And white had a very good way to take advantage of this. But I did not find that. And I played a mistake. Or a blunder, if you want to call it that. Yeah, it was a bad move. A wrong move that was played by me. And it really cost me, actually. Gukesh won the game in the end because of this mistake. And it was really heartbreaking. I played so well until here. And then in just one move, the whole game slipped out of my hands. So, Vivek, you are asking a question. Sir, आपकी Unacademy पोल वाली क्लास आखिरी थी? No, Vivek. That was not my last class, actually. I will have another course. Now it's my third course on Unacademy. It'll be rolled out very soon on the platform, and you'll be able to see it. It's called game saving combinations, and it's basically on how to save the game in lost positions, and tactical ways to defend, including stalemate, perpetual check, and in general tactical defense. So yeah, it's basically upon kind of defense. So yeah, ways to save the game, game saving combinations. Okay, anyways, let's go back to this game. What do you think, guys? What should be played now by white? Yeah, I think some people have given the right move. That's correct, guys. You are absolutely correct. Bishop b5 is the correct move. Well done. It's a great move, actually. The point is, we are overloading this bishop, and we are preparing to capture it and take the knight. So we're winning now because I don't know what black can do. He can play rook c8, but just h6, and it's finished for black. It looks horrible if not lost already. Well, yeah, this would have been great if I would have found this, because look at this tension here. It's so much tension. h7 is coming. It looks terrible for black. But anyways, I did not find this, sadly, and I played a blunder here. And it's the technical wrong move that we are analyzing. Yeah, it was knight f3. I don't even know why I played this move. If you go back and see, my move was knight g5 in this position, and after bishop e8, I went knight f3 back. So I don't know what I was thinking. I probably wanted to stop bishop d4, but Well, it's certainly not needed. Knight f3 is not necessary at all. So knight f3 was the bad move. My opponent played very strong move. Gukesh, of course, played a great move, knight d4, and he took his chance to bounce back. And now it just went downhill for me. Knight d4, I took knight d4, bishop d4, and I went rook e2 because, as you can see, bishop c3 check is a pretty strong threat. And I didn't know what to do, so I just played rook e2. Okay, before continuing, just one question asked by Siddhant. Siddhant, I practice generally. I practice around 4 to 5, maybe 6 hours sometimes. Yeah, but that's when I don't have school. I have school. When I have school, it's much lesser actually. So yeah. Well, let us move on then. Let us move on. Okay, so rook e2. Now my opponent played, Gukesh played bishop c6. So he's developing his pieces. He's saving his bishop. It was attacked. So he's trying to save it. He played bishop e6, bishop c6. And I just went h6. Trying to promote my pawn. But unfortunately, I think it's too slow. e4 now is played by Gukesh. And now it's just horrible for me. Rook h4 was possible, I guess, to attack this bishop, but I didn't do it. I made a worse move. I played b into a4, and this is another wrong move that cost me because now, wait a minute. Would you guys like to think how black should play? How did Gukesh win the game now? How did he create such a big advantage that I was forced to resign? विवेक विवेक क्या बोल रहे हो भाई आप? मैं 13 साल का हूँ, अभी 8वीं कक्षा में पढ़ता हूँ. Yeah, I study in 8th grade. Okay, anyways, what do you think, guys? What do you think should be played now? Okay, I think Arun has gotten the right move. So, well done. Well done, Arun. Bishop c3 is the correct move. Very well done. Bishop c3. Correct move because we are giving a check, very strong check, forcing the king to go to d1, which is what I did. And now this rook into a4 was played by Gukesh. And now it's terrible for me because rook a2 is coming after rook a1 and it's gone. The game is gone. h7 was played, some small hope I had, but rook a2, not rook a3, rook a2, and it's about game over now. Well, I can do maybe rook g2 to play rook g8. One last trick, but of course black is not that foolish. He just play king e7 and easily win the game because rook g8, rook a1 check will come, and king e2, rook h1, and after rook h8, maybe you can just give a check and then take the pawn on e5, and black is totally winning. So yeah, this is winning, and I'm sure Gukesh calculated this when he played this. So well, rook g2 is not working here. I played rook e1, which is even worse, just giving this rook away. And yeah, now I just lost hope. I had completely lost hope. It was just over. So well, bishop e1 could have been played, but Gukesh didn't do this. He played rook a1 check first, and if king e2, he took rook e1. He exchanged these rooks here on e1, and then Gukesh just took the pawn on e5, completely finishing the game with no doubt left because Now I just have 2 pawns and Gukesh has 4 pawns. And these 2 bishops, they just add to the trouble for me. So well, knight h5, after a few moves it was going to be made anyways. Maybe f5 or rook h7 was coming, or even king e7 simply. So yeah, I just resigned in this position. After knight g8, bishop c3, I resigned because, well, it looked hopeless, this position, so I didn't really want to play anymore. And I was really upset that I couldn't convert that. This position looked so good over here. In this position, after bishop e8, knight f3 was just a terrible blunder. It cost me totally. Bishop b5 would have been just great. Even knight e8 for that matter. Knight e8, king e8, bishop b5. Even this is completely winning. If not completely, at least slightly winning, slightly better. So yeah, this was a huge missed opportunity for me, and a lot to learn from this as well. So yeah, a lot to learn for me from this. I guess what is to learn is to think clearly, and not try to get too impacted by opponent's threats. Try to see if they are actually threats or not. Because I evaluated this bishop d4 threat as very big threat, so I try to defend it very safely. But well, sometimes the threats are just artificial and they're not real threats. So yeah, to assess that is hard, and we need to learn that. So well, I hope you liked this game and the previous one. It taught me a lot, and I hope it did to you as well. Yeah, this was also, by the way, time trouble game. So I think I can blame the time trouble, but after all, it's I who fell into time trouble. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you liked these 2 games, guys. I think we have it's 9 o'clock, so we have maybe a couple of minutes left. So before wrapping up, I would like to say thank you so much for watching my streams. It means a lot to me. And if you could, then please do like it. Come on, you can get to 100 likes if you can. It's 72 right now. If you like it, then more people will watch it, and it will be better for everyone. So please do that. Please like the stream. And I think we can answer. I can answer a few questions, any type of questions that you guys have, until we have time to we have time to leave. So okay, Tito Roy is asking, which state are you from, Raahil? Well, I'm from Mumbai in Maharashtra. Thanks for asking. Pankaj, actually I like to play middle games most because they're the most tactical part of the games. So I like that. End games and openings also are fun, but middle games are the most fun because, well, they have a lot of tactics involved, and I like tactics. So yeah, I like middle games. Anyways, so any more questions? Anuj is asking, please recommend some good books for improving. Okay, I think maybe if you want to study tactics, you can see 606 Puzzles for Chestnuts. It's a great book. Also, if you want to do end games, then Silman's Endgame Courses is a pretty nice book. And of course, if you want to be a more overall thing, you can see Yasser Seirawan's series, Winning Chess. There are many versions of that, many books from the series. So you can use that. It's a great series for you guys to learn from. So yeah. Praghalp is asking, which openings are more likely to get converted into more theoretical endgames? I'm not really sure, Praghalp. I think it depends on the way you play out the opening. There isn't a real rule which openings will go to endgames. But of course, the openings that where the queens exchange quickly are of course destined to go into endgames quicker. Yeah, that's all I could say about that. Aniket, you can use Silman's Endgame Course. That's the book I really liked when I was just starting out as a a beginner chess player. And of course, Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual is a fantastic. It's probably the #1 book ever written. So you can use that definitely once you become of a higher level. Yeah, that's a great book as well. Okay, guys, I think this is enough for today. We should wrap up for now, and I hope to see you in my next class. I have a class on the Unacademy platform at 9 o'clock on the 12th of October. But I also have a YouTube session, one more, on the 10th of October from 8 to 9. So do be there. It's a speedrun session, and I'll probably be playing some simultaneous display with you guys. And well, as I promised, I was going to try it out. So we'll see how it goes on the 10th. It's going to be fun. So well, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next episode. Until then, goodbye, and this is Raahil Mullick signing off. Bye bye, and see you later.